Hi, and welcome to the early years. Another great couple of weeks here at the college with lots going on, especially with our wonderful trip to Words Out West last week. The students had an excellent time and it was a great opportunity to see such quality artists at our own back door, so it was wonderful. Hey, I'd like to take this opportunity to talk to you about our student-led conferences. Now, all the bookings for our P2-4 students went live on Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. and that window will stay open till the 18th of March. Just a reminder, it is a 10-minute booking slot, but you will actually need 20 minutes for each child. So the first 10 minutes of your booking will be the 10 minutes that you enter the child's classroom, and they will show you around their room. There may be specific little tasks for you and your child to complete that the teachers leave for you. It's a great opportunity for your student to take you to their desk or show you some of their work throughout the room. In the second 10 minutes, though, will be your opportunity to sit with the class teacher and your student, and they will then discuss your student's learning. So ideally, this is the time when your student really takes charge of the interview as such, in that they will be the one discussing their learning, how they're going, how they're finding their learning, what challenges they're having, what they're working on next to achieve their goals. We love the partnership of the teacher, the student and the parent together to be asking some prompting questions too, to be able to get some more information from your child. Please note, this is not the opportunity or the interview for you to discuss major concerns with your child, perhaps discuss behaviours with your child's teacher. This is very much a conference that is led by your child, discussing learning and challenges and goals to be set. If you have any concerns that you want to discuss specifically with your child's class teacher, could you please contact them separately and organise an alternative time, because the student-led conferences are very much student-led with goals in mind. We consider ourselves at Our Lady to be assessment capable learners, and so students are really capable as well as can articulate their ability to tell you what they are learning, and this helps in our learning process here at Our Lady. So could you please just take that on board too? Just keep in mind, if you do have several children throughout the early years, we recommend not booking exactly back to back, as often the 20 minutes does overlap slightly, or perhaps the 10-minute interview part that you've got at the end is the booking that you've made at the next classroom teacher. So could you just maybe leave even a 10-minute break between those students, just to make sure that you get there on time and have the full time and to be able to experience the conference in full. If you have any queries though, or you want to know about bookings, or perhaps you can't make those designated days that your teachers' student-led conferences are on, please touch base with your class teacher. They can organise an alternative time, have a conversation with you in terms of your bookings, whatever you need. So please contact them in the first instance. We are looking forward to a fabulous experience, and it's really exciting to see students being able to articulate their learning. So we look forward to sharing that with you. Also, just over a week until our early years bush dance, It's next Friday, the 15th of March from 5:30 to 7 p.m. on our main oval. There will be some drinks that you can purchase. However, we recommend families bring along a picnic to share, sit with other families, and then throughout the evening, the different year levels will share the dances that they've been learning in their dance arts lessons with Mrs. Sullivan, and there may also be an opportunity or two for parents to join in. But we look forward to seeing you there, so please make sure you've got that one in the calendar. The next thing I just wanted to remind you about is labelling all our belongings. So as the weather starts to perhaps change shortly, hopefully that cool air kicks in soon, we understand students will start bringing jumpers to school. So could you please make sure that all those items are named? The lost property box does tend to get a little bit full once there's an extra item to remember for our students. So if you could please just make sure there's names on them, they're easily returned. Also to name things like shoes and socks. Due to our early years playground and lots of that sensory play, students are really encouraged to take their shoes and socks off to play in that space. But when there's lots of black shoes and white socks all bundled together, it's really difficult for the students to try to identify their exact pair of shoes and socks at the end when it's time to put them back on. So if you could pop some really distinctive labels on your child's belongings, that would be great. Attendance is something else I would really like to discuss with you. So we see that 93% attendance for the year is optimal for our students and their learning throughout the year. That equates to about 13 days off at most in a school year, which sounds a lot, but it adds up very quickly. And we understand throughout winter months and sicknesses and things do occur. So please know that we do understand if there are some periods of time where you're off due to illness. We do, however, want to point out the significance and the impact of regular absence, even the late arrivals in the morning or the early departures, and how this adds up and affects your students' learning. We also do have the eligibility criteria that kicks in, and those little attendances do add up and also make your child ineligible for some of our things like sporting, representation, or cultural commitments. So our piano or guitar or performing arts programs as well. I would really like to emphasise the importance on your child being here every day when they can and all day. It helps social skills, it helps their emotional stability and regulation, it assists with their friendships and making sure they're creating those consistent contact each day and continuing those social interactions, but most importantly, it helps them understand the learning that's happening in the classroom. It's very hard for students to catch up if they're consistently missing the beginning of the week or perhaps at the end of the week when consolidation may be happening. So if you could just really keep a close eye on your child's attendance, and please consider that 93% attendance and that optimal attendance rate. We love having your child here and we love seeing them in that regular routine, which is essential in the early years. Thanks so much. Well, that's all from me. Thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you at our Early Years Bush Dance next Friday night and our student-led conferences the following week.